Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where people sound crazy when they talk really fast, this is Ballot.
Well, at least we aren't going to war with Venezuela yet. Let's hit this. I'm Patrick Gutfield, and President Donald Trump delivered an 18-minute address Wednesday night as his approval ratings cratered to 39%. Standing in front of Christmas trees, Trump read at warp speed, jumping from topic to topic, like someone trying to explain their entire year before the Uber arrives. 1 year ago, our country was dead. We were absolutely dead, Trump said. Now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. Nothing says healthy relationship energy like, you were dying before you met me. Trump's approval on the economy sits at 36%, with 58% disapproving. So naturally, he spent the speech praising his tariff policies, which industry leaders blame for rising prices, and bragging that egg prices have fallen. He predicted the largest tax refund season of all time this spring. Sir, people are rationing eggs like it's the Depression. In what relieved his advisors, Trump didn't repeat his claim that affordability concerns are a Democratic hoax. The bar for success is now, didn't call your grocery bill fake news. Then Trump announced, finalized about 30 minutes ago, that the government will send $1,776 checks to military members. He's calling it a warrior dividend. It's unclear how this gets funded or if Congress needs to approve it. Congress leaves Thursday. But why let details ruin a 30-minute-old idea? Trump said tariff revenue would pay for it. Except tariff revenue needs congressional approval like any other funds. He's writing checks with someone else's checkbook that doesn't exist yet. There was speculation Trump might address possible war with Venezuela after Tuesday's escalation. And instead, he claimed he settled 8 wars in 10 months, which is news to the 8 wars nobody knew were happening. The speech comes as Trump's base grows restless, believing he's distracted by international affairs and construction projects instead of helping working Americans. You know, distractions like installing bronze plaques, calling Joe Biden the worst president ever under his portrait. 2 White House officials say Trump will hold near-weekly rallies next year to reconnect with supporters. Because when people say groceries are too expensive, the solution is obviously more campaign events. The address was also overshadowed by a Vanity Fair interview where Chief of Staff Susie Wiles called VP J.D. Vance a conspiracy theorist and said Trump has an alcoholic's personality. Everyone rushed to defend her, including Trump, who had to publicly support the woman who just compared him to someone with addiction issues, minus the actual addiction. Trump closed saying, we have achieved more than anyone could have imagined. He's right. Nobody imagined 39% approval while declaring total victory. In The Atlantic, Tom Nichols summed it up best. When a president asks for network time, it's usually to announce something important. But tonight, Donald Trump did not give anything like a normal speech or address. He was clearly working from a prepared text, but it sounded like one he'd written or dictated angrily himself, because it was full of bizarre howlers that even Trump's second-rate speechwriting shop would probably have avoided, such as his assertion that inflation when he took office was the worst it had been in 48 years. Why did he pick 1977 as a benchmark? Who knows, but he's wrong. He read the speech quickly, his voice rising in frustration as he hurled one lie after another into the camera. The New York Times just published a massive investigation into Donald Trump's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. The bottom line, their friendship was way closer than Trump has claimed for the past 25 years. The Times interviewed more than 30 former Epstein employees and others who knew both men. According to the reporting, Trump has given contradictory accounts of their relationship since the late 90s. Epstein was a terrific guy and a lot of fun to be with, but also they had no formal relationship. They did not socialize together, or there was no relationship at all. Former Epstein employees say the 2 men talked on the phone at least 3 times a week during the mid to late 90s. One assistant recalled Epstein putting Trump on speakerphone to discuss women. Another time, according to the report, Trump told Epstein about having sex with a woman on a pool table. The Times obtained daily handwritten notes from a former Epstein assistant from late 1994 containing reminders to call Trump or return his calls. Mark Epstein, Jeffrey's brother, told the Times that Jeffrey said Trump was in the office all the time back then. The Times found no evidence implicating Trump in Epstein's abuse and trafficking of minors. So, according to The Times, two men who talked 3 times a week for years and partied together constantly somehow barely knew each other. Portions of today's show were made with the help of AI,